Hey, how's it going? Before we jump into the content, I just want to take a minute to thank you for stopping by the channel and checking out the content. If you like this content and you want to support more content like it, then make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video. You can also check out the YouTube membership program and cybertrainingpro.com, where I put practice exams and other things that I couldn't put on YouTube. Again, regardless of how you support the channel and my content, I couldn't be more appreciative. Thank you so much, and let's get into the content. Welcome to this module in ISO 27001, where we're going to explore the foundational concepts outlined in Clause 4. Establishing a robust information security management system, or ISMS, starts with a solid understanding of your organization's unique context, its stakeholders, and the scope of the ISMS itself. In this section, we'll break down what you need to know about each of these elements to build a successful and compliant ISMS. First, let's talk about the context of the organization. ISO 27001 requires you to have a deep understanding of the issues that could impact your information security management system. So first of all, we have external issues. These are going to be things like market conditions. These could be regulatory requirements, technological advances or trends, things like that. Then we have the internal side. Now, the internal issues are going to be things like your organizational structure, your culture, and your current information security posture. Think of it as setting the stage for your ISMS. You need to know what kind of play you're putting on and the environment in which it's being performed. This contextual understanding is crucial because it helps you identify potential risks and opportunities that can influence your security objectives and strategies. Next, we need to consider who's impacted by your ISMS and what their expectations are. These are what we call your interested parties. So these could be customers, they could be employees, they could be regulatory bodies, they could be partners, and they could be shareholders. Each of these parties has expectations, and some of those may have legal or contractual requirements that your ISMS has to actually meet. You must understand these interested parties and understand their needs. For instance, customers may be concerned with data privacy while regulators focus on compliance. The key here is to determine which of these requirements are relevant to your ISMS and need to be addressed. Now, let's be honest, not every expectation can be met, but those that are critical to your ISMS's success and compliance have to be integrated into your processes. Once you have a clear picture of your organizational context and the needs of your stakeholders, it's time to define the scope of your ISMS. This is all about setting boundaries, so what's included and what's not. To determine this, you'll need to consider the internal and external issues that you identified earlier, as well as the requirements of your interested parties. Essentially, you're drawing a map that shows where your ISMS applies within your organization. So this includes things like specific business units, locations, information assets, and processes. You also need to understand how your ISMS interacts with other organizations. So for example, if you outsource certain IT functions to another organization, you need to understand and document those interfaces and dependencies that you have. Your scope has to be clear, has to be documented, and available to anybody that needs to understand the boundaries of your ISMS. Finally, we have the ISMS itself. Clause 4.4 is the heart of ISO 27001. It's where you actually take everything that you've learned and you put it into practice. So this means doing things like establishing, implementing, maintaining, and continually improving your ISMS based on the requirements of the standard. You'll develop policies, procedures, and controls that align with the risks and requirements that you've identified, but it doesn't stop there. An effective ISMS is a living system, which means it needs to evolve with your organization and as external factors change. Continuous improvement is key, so be prepared to regularly review your ISMS and make updates as necessary so that way it remains effective and relevant. To sum it up, Clause 4 of ISO 27001 lays the groundwork for a successful ISMS. By understanding your organization's context, identifying the needs of your interested parties, defining a clear scope, and building a dynamic management system, you're setting your organization up for effective information security management. In the next section, we'll dive into the leadership requirements that are outlined in Clause 5. Stay tuned, and let's keep building your knowledge on ISO 27001.